This doesn't get old, honestly. Welcome back to the Targa Florio in Assetto Corsa. I'm driving around with a 250 LM Ferrari from AC Legends, and been having a lot of fun on this the past week or so. This is the wonderful GPS LiDAR-based Targa Florio from Abel's that he's been working on now. I think my first video from this was like 5 years ago, and I think it had been in progress a lot longer than that. So chuck it into some of these corners here. But this is an amazing version of the circuit that just keeps getting better and better with every release, as we see beautiful San Calogero in the background there. But the detail and things that have been added to this track over the past few years is unreal, and it had been a little while since an update for it. But this update brings some very, very long-awaited and properly interesting stuff. Thread the needle through some traffic there, my God. I've got things set up on a track day here, and I'm working my way up towards Cerda, just past the start, and just marveling in all of the things that Assetto Corsa can do now. I'm running on the latest CSP custom shaders patch, and you got the, of course, like procedural 3D graphs. We've now got real clouds in the sky as well that I think if you watch them long enough can form and change different weather patterns and things. It's pretty incredible, and then you pair it with a circuit like this that's just unbelievably beautiful. I just get lost looking in the distant terrain. Pulled her over off the side of the road here just so we can get a quick view of the beauty that is the 250 LM. But this is just one of those all-timers in my book. A car from the mid-60s, 1964, 1965, and in this version here is what it looked like when it raced the Targa Florio in 1965. I think it was Taramuzzo and Sigala finished 8th overall, and I believe won their class driving this car. But a V12 through Sicily, I don't think it gets much better than that. But yeah, this is the perfect type of pairing around a circuit like this, and the drive here up to Cerda, although as magnificent as it is not the main feature of this newest update. Got a whole bunch of traffic jam coming through, everybody in their Abarths and GTAs. So this is version 0.3.8 of the Targa Florio circuit that Abel's is putting together, and is a milestone in my opinion. One of those that I think ushers in a brand new era for this track, if you will. Crazy, almost hit my car here. We'll pull away and head towards Cerda. So the beginning, it's been a little while since I've been in the Assetto Corsa version of this track. I had raced it sometime this year in R Factor 2 with the HRSC folks, but yeah, the Assetto Corsa version's always been kind of the pioneer one, the one that Abel's is trying all the new stuff in, and it has been a little while since Abel's has released an update. I won't go into everything, but he mentioned on his Patreon that he's had some health issues, and so it's great to see Abel's back, and now joined by another track maker, 3D artist, if you will, for this type of thing, Benny. And together, they've released something truly incredible here. Well, we'll come up and through Cerda here, and you can just see how much more detail is in the buildings and things than the last time I looked at it. And I love the sound effects. Let me just blast down the road here through town. Absolutely love blasting through the towns. Cerda, Campo Felice, Collazzano. It is that real special thing with Targa Florio, going through the countryside, kind of getting lost in the hills, through the hairpins and things, and then suddenly coming out into a town and blasting through. And all you're really missing here is the spectators. Although I think I'm happy we've gone away from the modern looking ones here. But the scenery and stuff looks incredible. Whoa, as we got the ocean out there, I almost hit that blue car. I'm just getting lost looking at the water. But we'll wind our way up the hill here, and coming out of Cerda, this is where the magic is about to happen. Hold on. So as you come across the ridge here, you start to see these different construction signs and things. And yeah, at the top of the hill, this is normally kind of a fast right-hand sweeper, but we notice a change in the pavement and a big old sign here. And I don't know Italian, unfortunately, but I can tell at the bottom it says implementation of a new scan. And that's exactly what's going on here. I love how it's almost lore accurate. Well, I can hear the high RPM of a GTA. Shift gears. So yeah, Benny and Abel's are not lying. All the way from up here on this corner till about Caltaveturo, which is, I want to say, about 20 kilometers. They've released a fully laser scanned version of the course, and it's insane. Let's go for a ride. So this is incredible. They have introduced and stitched together the existing LiDAR data, extremely accurate course, now with the laser scanned section of it that they have. And it is, I hope it comes through on video. I'll speed up a little bit here. We'll run through some of it a bit faster. But man, is the detail in the road surface and things just on another level. We'll come around, you'll see the car start bobbing and things, but it is incredibly accurate to the real roads. It is an actual point scan converted into polygons that we can then drive on. And it's not just the road, it's the nearby terrain, the guardrails, the fence posts and things. Everything is basically as accurate as you could ever imagine. Set in a beautiful 3D world. It's unbelievable. Nice little bump there I could feel in the wheel. This is nuts. I cannot believe this track is becoming this detailed. Something that we barely thought would ever exist in sim racing now has some of the most detailed scenery and road detail I've ever seen in a sim racing track. I mean, this is another level. So you can see when you're looking down a road like this, so we got a couple GTAs zooming by, just how not perfect the road is. It's like a real country back road where the sides are all just a little bit different as you go. The guardrails and things aren't exactly parallel to it. The fence posts and all that, the signs aren't straight up and down. You got a little lean to it. And a good artist can mimic some of these things, but there's just nothing like real data, real scan information to make a road feel real. We've got our nice little parade of cars now, but parts of this have a lot of scenery and things like up here. Other parts are a little more sparse still, but because the existing LiDAR version, GPS version of this course was so accurate, I believe Abels and Benny, they're able to import the scan and fit it into the existing scenery, with some rework, but they're able to utilize, especially the more distant stuff, they're able to utilize it and just build upon all of the great work that's been done over the years. And like, my God, this looks incredible. It's a track that I've spent a lot of time talking about on this YouTube channel over the year, not just this version, but just the Targa Florio in general. And I remember 2005, 2006 thinking when the sports car mod was being talked about for Grand Prix Legends that no, there's never going to be a Targa Florio in sim racing. It's a 72-kilometer track. The Grand Prix Legends version itself was amazing when it came out, and still amazes me. But then we started getting these more data-based ones. I remember when this version of the track was just a ribbon of road through space, basically. And it felt like it stayed like that for a long time, and felt like one of those projects that you would just never see really progress to anything like we're seeing here. But it's just, the detail in this is incredible. And it isn't the full circuit yet, but at the start of the video, you saw what a lot of the circuit looks like at this point, at its worst, I guess you could say. Then to have sections like this that are so detailed with the scenery, not only the scenery, but the surface, the road, the way it moves, the way it feels and looks so natural. It's just unbelievable to me. You can see here a nice surface change on the ground, and it's something you really feel as you're driving. I don't know to what detail the actual track model is that you drive on compared to what you see. But it certainly feels different, and it's noticeable compared to the other sections of the course. The other sections do feel a little bit smooth compared to this, but it just gives you that sense of what this track really was like to drive around. This was not a circuit. This was not a circuit like you would see even back in the day. Something like the Nürburgring, which we think of as just kind of this crazy relic of racing past. But that is so much more uniform and so much more of a curated type of road than something like this. This is as natural as it gets. This, to me, is true road racing in a way that doesn't really exist anymore outside of rally. But even that being a little bit different than you would have done around a circuit like this. There's so many little jumps and bumps and things that throw the suspension all over the place. You want a very soft car for something like this, even in the sim. Go up to one of the tighter hairpins. And yet, despite this being, we'll try to pass that string of cars here, despite this being so much more detailed and just another level compared to the versions of this circuit in the past, I still kind of know where I'm going, even all the way back to that Grand Prix Legends version. And it's something that's so cool just to see. Oh yeah, this is that turn that I remember, and how the sections morph and change a little bit based on the different versions of the track. It's fun to see, in my opinion. Trying to bounce it through here. Oh my god, it is really a roller coaster in spots. Now, I know some of the road doesn't exist anymore, and so it's not possible to actually scan it. Some of the road itself as well is really broken down and worn out, maybe more so than it would have been in the 70s. And so I don't know exactly what Abel's and Benny's plans are for parts of the track that they can't scan, if they'll just try to fix them up to make them look as appropriate as they could for the era. And I do think that's what they're doing. I mean, if you look at the beginning of this circuit versus this part, it's not visually, it's not so different. The feeling, though, there is quite a different feeling to this. Avoid Mr. Blue Car there. 57th Targa Florio, 1973. It's so cool, all the little details. I mean, this is such a labor of love from both Benny and Abel's. And if you can see here, I was hoping I could get this on video. It is so tough to see. Yeah, but if you can see the little insects and things flying around, Benny, I believe, has put together a whole sound effect and flora and fauna app and everything that comes with this to have you adjust the amount of the bugs and things like that. It's very cool. It adds a little bit of atmosphere to the whole track, along with just the general custom shaders, patch grass and stuff, and the just general look of this game at this point. It makes, for something that could be quite boring, because it is just a lot of open scenery, it does make it look pretty detailed and interesting the whole way. All right, I've come back down to the hairpin after Cerda. I'll run up the hill here, and I'll try to go through the laser scan section with a little gusto, just to get a feel for what it's like. But yeah, we'll see how it goes if I can stay on the track the whole time. Wind my way up the hill. I mean, so this is the non-laser scan part. This is the GPS data part that we've had for a few years now. And I still think it's really good, but you can notice, or I can notice driving, it just doesn't quite have that same randomized detail that the laser scan section is going to have. It's just a bit smoother overall. It's still not perfectly smooth. There's plenty of little bumps and things, but it doesn't have all the little camber changes and things. All right, so we'll come through it. There's a little S up here, and then we'll get ourselves past the dump truck here on the left and onto the laser scan section of the course. I can notice it right away. The car starts bouncing a lot. Oh, hold on. Oh, it just is so good. Over the bumps there, the surface changes, feels unreal. Get another one here. Not as much of a bump on that one. Oh, definitely one there though. Yeah, it's like a patchwork. It's beautiful. It's for somebody that is kind of obsessed about this event for years. Reverb off the guardrails and stuff there, maybe. But for somebody that's obsessed about this event for many years, something that happened before my time, but that I get to relive or experience even a little bit in a way that is probably unbelievable to anybody that was actually at these races. I've occasionally had comments from folks over the years that say they went to a Targa Florio or have definitely been there in real life, but even some that had been to some of the actual races in the 60s and 70s. And I'd be very curious what some of you out there would think of this. It just, to me, looks the ticket. This is what it looked like in all the photographs that I've seen, and I can experience a little bit of it driving in the sim. Really babying the throttle. There's a lot of bumps that could easily just take us right off the road here. Fly through this little dip. I know exactly what part this is. A lot less severe than in the GPL version, that bit, but still pretty crazy bit of road. Come up to, I think, where it starts getting pretty tight. Hug the hairpins. Car breaks loose a little bit on exit. It's so fun to do these things in this sim that you're using some really amazing work from several different teams and creators. I've got Abel's and Benny's track here that they're working on, which is incredible. I've got the World Sports Car Legends 250 LM that I'm driving here with the custom skins on it and things. We're using custom shaders patch from Ilya and Pure Weather. It's just incredible what different community projects can do to make something that just comes together and looks and feels this good. Blocking the brakes quite a bit here because the track just falls away. The road just falls away from the tires in spots. Don't want to hit the wall there. that really tight section. Hope there's not a car on the other side. I haven't actually seen a car in a little while. Maybe I'm getting lucky. I wind our way out of it. We go a lot tighter to the right there, but just don't know if there's going to be a car coming. And that's how I've mentioned this before in many videos and things, but for those that aren't aware, they used to practice this circuit on just regular days where public would be out here with trucks and wagons and goats and all types of stuff. It's pretty wild time. All right, we'll wind our way down to the hairpins though. One of my favorite tractors. There's a couple of these Fiat old tractors on the side of the road. They're pretty cool. All right, cross a little bridge up here. Oh, I just love the detail. Look at this. It's just my little bit of heaven in a sim. Come up to some of the switchbacks here as we'll head up towards Sclafani Bagni, and yeah, there's still a little bit of this section to go. It is quite long. It's much more than. Sorry about that, buddy. Well, in our little slice of heaven, our Ferrari 250 LM is all right. But yeah, it is a long section for it to be considered this little preview. I mean, this is a substantial part of the course, and apparently there's another section not too far in the distant future, which I believe they said would be closer to Cerda, so more towards the start of the lap, but I could be wrong about that. Could be towards the end of the lap as well. So we got a couple more cars on the inside there. Try not to run into anybody else. We'll hustle it up the hill here. This is one of the fun spots on the track, and this scan of it makes it just that bit more sketchy to do, but more rewarding. Oh, it'll be fun to look back at this video a year or two from now and just see how tentative I am on the whole thing and learning it. But it is a lot of fun, and we can see coming up towards this mountain directly in front, and right to the left of it, you can't quite tell on this version because it's just more of a texture than anything, but that's Caltavatoro would be sitting up there on the hill, kind of where all the red roof texture is right there, straight ahead. So we're coming up to the end of the laser scan section. We should see the dump truck here in a moment. But what a beauty it is. We'll try to finish it out somewhat strong then. Go on to some smoother pavement here. I believe we just passed the end of it. We'll come around the right-hander. There's our dump truck and everything, setting us up if we were headed in the other direction, which you can do. Drive back and forth all you want in a track day to get us back onto the GPS roads. But what an incredible What an incredible, incredible project. Let me get up the hill here and we'll ponder about it. We'll park the 250 LM at the top of the hill where the road splits off from Cultivatorio. This is where the track would have continued on to the long version. If you can imagine, this is the short circuit that heads back to Colasano and then back to the coast. But they used to go around the whole island of Sicily back in the day, way back in the earlier days. But yeah, this is an incredible project in my mind, and I'm so happy that it's gotten to even this point. I'm happy to see an update for it. Like I mentioned earlier, Abel's has not been having a great time, it sounds like, as of late, and so to see him be able to put another update out and things, I'm more than happy to take a look at it. And man, what an update it is. So very much appreciate all the hard work that Benny and Abel's have put into this, and I'm so excited to see it continue. If they're able to release more sections of it in that detail, and we can get a large part of the lap, even larger than it already is with that sort of detail, I just think it's a track for the future, because maybe Assetto Corsa won't be around in 20 years, but for a track of this detail, I have to think that this is going to be something that we're going to be playing around with in lots of sims for a long time. So thank you, Abels, thank you, Benny, for all the hard work on this, and I hope a lot of folks check it out, and I really cannot wait to see more. And I thank everybody for watching. I hope you've all been well. It's been a fun summer thus far. I'm excited to do a little bit more racing soon. So until then, this is GP Laps. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all again next time.